Yes, my lord. So it is indeed the pro forma that I received from Colonel Rapadu, as well as his statement.
Iyona-ke pro forma lena-ke engayithola kuyena uKolonel Rapadu kanye nestatimende sakhe.
Yes, the second exhibit, my lord, relates to the statement made by Colonel Rapadu. He also gave it to me together with the pro forma and its annexures, my lord.
Lena-ke for me-ke iyona.
Yes, what happened further?
My lord, Colonel Rapadu informed me, I think it was just before or very close to 12 midday, that it was done. This was telephonically, and that I should come and obtain or get this pro forma at his NRDL office, my lord.
Wangitshela-ke ngicabanga ukuthi nje kwakungaphambilini nje ukuthi-ke kubumbane-ke ihora le-12 ukuthi-ke useqedile-ke yena uKolonel Rapadu nokuthi-ke angize ngizothatha-ke yona-ke iform noma iproforma lena kwihhovisi lakhe elise-NRDL.
My lord, I was also told such by Sergeant Mukhane, and I was told that they are now proceeding to Phosphorus Court for the first appearance of accused number 2.
Lokho-ke ngakutshela nawe yena-ke uSergeant Mukhane nokuthi manje-ke babesendleleni-ke eya enkantolo ePhosphorus la khona-ke umsolo wesibili wayeyobingelela-ke imantshi ihlandla lokuqala.
My lord, I was later informed that insofar as the Phosphorus matter, the matter was not enrolled.
Ngatshelwa-ke ukuthi mayelana nalelo cala lelo
It's not enrolled?
My lord, I was told, I am familiar in a sense that I know it related to drugs-related offenses, but the one that he was charged for, sorry my lord, I beg your pardon, the Nongoma, it's a matter of Nongoma. Yes, I'm familiar with it. That's the charge he was arrested for. But I know that in Phosphorus, he was also, they were trying to combine him with another matter that was already on the roll in that matter, my lord, in that court, sorry.
Engikwaziyo ukuthi yebo-ke nginolwazi-ke nginalo-ke mayelana necala leli-ke lokubulala lokwaNongoma, kodwa-ke engikwaziyo futhi ukuthi-ke ePhosphorus babe inhloso yabo kwakuthi-ke
Mentioned, my lord, I know that it was to place him insofar as the
leli lakwaNongoma. Mayelana-ke nalokho kwenzeka-ke enkantolo yilokho-ke kwashiwo kumina-ke ukuthi-ke icala lalingekho-ke uhla lwamacala.
And the docket, where is it currently?
It is available, my lord. At the time when Sergeant Mukhane testified, we were struggling to find it because it was reassigned to another member, but it has subsequently been found, my lord. So it's available. That is now the Nongoma matter. The is available.
Ke kwakuwukuthi idokotela lelo linikezwe enye imember noma elinyeke iphoyisa kodwa selize latholakala-ke kodwa icala leli lona-ke lasePhosphorus lalihanjisiwe idokotela lelo lona-ke lalihanjisiwe linikezwe abeshushisi ukuthi kuthathwe-ke isinqumo alikatholakali-ke manje namakazi wakhe ukuthi likuphi nendawo.
Yes, and what is its current status, the Nongoma docket?
My lord, is under investigation on our side because accused number 2 is still a person of interest in that matter, my lord.
Lelo icala lakwaNongoma lisaphenywa-ke ngakolwethu-ke uhlangothi-ke ngoba-ke umsolo wesibili-ke kusewumuntu-ke obhekiwe-ke mayelana nalelo cala lelo sisaliphenya.
Did you say the intention was that the Nongoma matter will also be enrolled on the 19th of June 2020?
Yes, and transferred back to Nongoma, my lord. And the reason for that particular reason, my lord, it was established that in Nongoma there was already a suspect in custody for the same matter, so it was basically to put them together. But it seems the prosecution had a different view in terms of what was contained in the docket, hence it was not enrolled, my lord.
Mayelana-ke nalo icala lakwaNongoma ngishilo-ke ukuthi-ke inhloso kwakuwukuthi-ke nalo-ke libe kuhla lwamacala-ke bese liyandluliselwa-ke kuselwa khona kwaNongoma noma-ke eKZN ngoba-ke walo kodwa kwabonakala
Nongoma docket.
I don't remember the month and the year, my lord.
163 ukuthi 163 inyanga-ke kanye nonyaka angikhumbulike kulona leli lakwaNongoma.
I just want to show you Exhibit VV, which has been handed up by the defense. Are you familiar with the document?
Yes, my lord, I am. It does reflect the case number that I referred to. So I see it's 163 of 10, 2018, my lord.
Ngiyabona ukuthi case number lana ke u163 ka10 2018 kuleli labanongoma iqala.
Although, my lord, I don't know how this was found. I'm not so sure about the ethical procedure of finding it. I really don't know. But anyway, the case number is correct. I'm just concerned as to how it was printed, because information of the police, I don't know how it ended up in the defense hand, because this is not how we communicate such information. We would have gladly given it to them, so I'm suspicious of the manner in which this person, if it is indeed this person, generated this printout. However, the case number, I do recall, is the correct one.
Lana ke case number lena ke ngasho ukuthi iyona ke insolo zami ke phela ke ukuthi ke indlela ke lemininingwane lena etholakele ngayo ukuthi ke uma kuukuthi ke uyena ke lo muntu ke obhaliwe ke khona la ngoba ke akusiyona ke indlela thina ke sicommunicate ngayo siyamaphoyisa ke ngoba ukuba kuukuthi bayicelile ke noma
officer who was dealing with this matter up to the time it was finalized that side, and it's not the person mentioned here.
Nakuthi futhi ke umphenyi ke walelicala ke ngiyamazi ke baze kwayisikhathi la khona ke icala leli liqedwa khona ke ngale futhi kungasiyena ke lona obhaliwe noma ola.
Has that matter since been finalized?
Yes, it's been finalized, and the person that was statements was obtained by us. That statement was attached. Later then I instructed Sergeant Mohane to meet me at the police station of Pukeng SAPS, my lord.
Okunye futhi ke kwakuukuthi ke manje kwakusethathwe nesinqumo ke ukuthi manje kuzoya kwavela ke lo daba lalo hoodie ebutshengisiwe ke khona lana ukuthi ke manje kuzoyobhekwa yona ke ihoodie leyo ngase ngikhulumisana noma sengisho ke kuyena Sergeant Mohane ukuthi ke asihlanganeke epolice station yase Pukeng.
My lord, I do know also that he made a report to me that I think there was something that Sergeant Mabena forgot, so they had to go to Moroka SAPS back to look for something, but then later, which was much later, we met, they found me at Pukeng police station.
Sergeant Mabena.
My lord, I requested, obviously after reporting and following all the formalities of the ACPS, I requested use number 2, my lord, and of which they did.
Emuva bokuthi konke sekwenziweke ku police station leyo ke esafikela kuyona ke ngase ngicela ke ukuthi ke icluster ke eyalapho noma ke ophethe ke lapho ke ukuthi ke basiphelezele ke ukuthi siye ke kukheli lelo ke noma la esasihlose ukuthi siye khona sihamba naye umsolo wesibili.
My lord, we arrived at a certain residential area which was identified by accused number 2, where the members then went in to search for such a woody. I was outside making calls, my lord.
Safika ke kuleyo ndawo leyo ke indawo leyo esayitshengiswa uyena umsolo wesibili amalunga ke noma ke ama-member ke angena ke ngaphakathi.
At Pukeng, where did you start?
At the police station, my lord, Pukeng SAPS.
Uma sifika ePhukeng saqala epolice station.
Right, I'm not sure about the time, my lord.
Anginaso ke isiqiniseko sesikhathi kodwa kwakusebusuku ke kodwa kwangaphambi nje ukuthi ke libumbane ke ihora ke leshumi nambili.
Yes.
So yes, my lord. So I said then they then went in, my lord. They were also in the company of the local police officers. In other words, officers from Pukeng who then went in as well.
Bangena ke uma bengena lapho ke babehamba nawo ke amaphoyisa ase Pukeng.
I was later informed, my lord, that the hoodie could not be found, but what was found was ammunition that the accused 2 could not explain or produce a license to possess such.
Ngatshelwa ke ukuthi ke ihoodie ke le ababeyibheka abazange bayithola kodwa okwatholakala ke kwatholakala inhlamvu lezo ke abathi uma bembuza ngazo ke umsolo wesibili ke akakhonanga ke ukuthi abachazele ngazo.
My lord, the process was then followed to open a case of possession of unlicensed ammunition, and the docket of Pukeng was then opened and assigned to Sergeant Mohane to carry on with that investigation.
kwase kuvulwa-ke idokodo-ke manje noma sekulandelwa-ke iy'nhlelo-ke ukuthi kuvulwe-ke idokodo noma icala-ke mayelana nokutholakala kwalezo y'nhlamvu lezo nokuthi-ke uSergeant Mokgane aqhubekeke ukuthi
and then transferred to Primrose SAPS. And in those detention in Phokeng as well as the receiving police station, that is Primrose, he was both detained and booked out with no injuries and also received at Primrose with no complaints and injuries, my lord.
Nokuthi nanjengoba-ke iy'nhlelo-ke zikulindele ukuthi kwenzeke-ke ukuthi-ke wase faka khona-ke esitokisini ePhokeng nokuthi-ke manje usezondluliselwa-ke ePrimrose. Kuwona omabili-ke lama police station uma egcinwa khona lapho-ke bemamukela futhi nasebemkhipha nangale bemthatha-ke ePrimrose kwathola kwakubhaliwe-ke ukuthi cha wayengale.
In the relevant stations were also obtained and I believe it was made available to the defense as well, my lord.
Ngiyakwazi-ke lokho ngoba-ke amakhophi alama police station amabili-ke engikhuluma ngawo-ke khuluma manje ngayo-ke iPhokeng kanye futhi nayo-ke iPrimrose ngawathola-ke futhi-ke nabameli nawo-ke bawathola.
Furthermore, my lord, I'll just take the court back insofar as Moroka SAPS, he was not detained there, my lord, but for the ease of reference or at the request of the defense, we also drew the OB and I think SAP 14 from Moroka, which clearly indicates that he was never detained in Moroka SAPS, my lord, except for the taking of the confession.
Okunye futhi-ke ngokuya kwakhe-ke eMoroka ngaleli langa-ke aya khona-ke ngalo nalapho-ke bashoyilwa-ke noma kubhaliwe-ke ukuthi wayengavalelwe-ke khona lapho kwakuwukuthi nje yebo wayeyile-ke nalokho-ke amakhophi akhona-ke nawo-ke sawathola-ke.
You mentioned that copies of the occurrence book both from Phokeng police station were obtained.
That is correct, my lord.
Primrose.
That is correct, my lord.
Just want to show you exhibits PP1 and PP2. Yes, if you can just identify it.
Yes, they are, my lord. It is indeed the detention, it is the exhibit PPG that I referred to, my lord, both in terms of the SAP 10 as well as the SAP 14, the detention register.
Iyona-ke i-register lena-ke ekhuluma-ke ngokugcinwa-ke noma kuvalelwa kwakheke khona lapho iyona-ke lena bekuthiwa u-PP 10
PPC2, PPC1.
okay u-PP exhibit 1 PP1 kanye no-PP 2.
Yes, and my lord, it relates to the entry that was made at Phokeng police station when first accused number 2 was detained and then later transferred to Primrose.
Lana-ke ekhuluma-ke ngayo-ke i-police station le yase-Phokeng la khona-ke ewaye egcinwe evalelwe khona-ke wase endluliselwa ePrimrose.
And it also reflects the case number that was opened there, my lord, which is Phokeng case 118/06/2020 for possession of live ammunition, my lord.
Lana-ke bese-ke ne-case number ibhaliwe-ke eku-1 icala lelo elavulwa-ke lapho eli-118/06/20 ukutholakala-ke ney'nhlamvu.
I just want to show you exhibit MM2A, which are the AVL records.
Yes, I do, my lord. He was using SED's written numbers. It is an official vehicle, my lord.
Ngiyazi-ke ukuthi uSergeant Mokgane imoto ayisebenzisa kwakuyi-Toyota Fortuner, ngiyazi ukuthi nje ikhala ngo-VF, kodwa-ke uma ngiyibona-ke ngizoyazi ukuthi iyona-ke amanamba lawo.
If I can draw your attention to the AVL report for the date 19 June 2020 at 21:50 21:53 and 25 seconds.
Which the times? Can you repeat the times?
Yes, the times. Let me repeat.
Can you repeat the times, please?
21:53 and 20 seconds.
Okay. Yes, so I see it says the date, my lord, is 2020-06 19:21:53. GPS unlocked. Hooking SAPS, my lord.
Ngiyabona ke la kubhaliwe ngazo i-19 kuJune 2020 isikhathi ke u-21:53 ama-seconds awu-25 bese kubhalwa ke GPS unlocked
And
hooking SAPS.
what would that time be?
It's 21. The time depicted here, my lord, is 21:53 25 seconds.
Sona ke isikhathi leso esu-21:53 ama-seconds awu-25.
Yes, you mentioned that you first went to the police station in Bokeng.
Yes. So this will be the time when we were there, my lord. I understand the question now.
Ngiyawuzwa kumbuzo manje ke isona ke isikhathi lesi esasise-police station ngaso.
Yes, so that will be 22:33. Yeah, the vehicle then was switched off, my lord. So it's on the same date, 2020-06 19:22:33 with 41 seconds. The vehicle was then switched off at this Freedom Park. That is the residential area where the house, or rather the place that accused number 2 identified as his place of residence.
Ngazo i-19 kuJune 2020 isikhathi ke u-22:33 ila ibonisa ikutshengisa khona ukuthi imoto yaqishwa ke ile yandlu ke khona eFreedom Park ile esayikhonjiswa uyena ke umsolwa wesibili.
And what time did you leave Bokeng on the day in question?
My lord, it will be after midnight, because if one look at the exhibit that we just looked at now, that is PP1, exhibit PP1, my lord, one will see that accused number 2 was detained at 0040. In other words, it was already the 20th. The date is 2020-06-20. So that morning, 0040, he was detained formally and then transferred at 0045. So we would have left, okay, I think around midnight, my lord.
Ukuhamba
Freedom Park now, sorry.
mase sihamba khona ke eFreedom Park ke lokho kwakusese muva ke ukuthi ke ligameni ke eleshumi nambili ihora ndathakusa ke ngoba uma ubheka ke lana uma edetained noma ke evalelwa ke khona kule police station yasePhukeng isikhathi sithi 0040 uma esendluliselwa ke ePrimrose u0045.
We'll get now to the entries from Primrose Police Station, exhibit QQ, just after the long adjournment.
Yes, my lord. My lord, I also forgot to mention something that insofar as the alibi that accused 2 gave, that is the first alibi to say he was at work on the day of the incident, which was found to be false. There was also another alibi given to us that says he was in Kwanongoma specifically, and he drew some money through a Capitec.
Okay. Okunye nje engikhohliwe ukuthi ngikusho mayelana nalokho okwashiwa uyena ke umsolo wesibili ukuthi ke ngelanga ke lesigameko le yena ke wayesemsebenzini kwase kutholakala ukuthi lokho kwangasilona iqiniso. Phindile ke washo ukuthi ke yena ke waye kwaNongoma washo ke nokuthi ke wasebenzisa uCapitec la ayekhipha khona imali.
Section 205s were done, my lord, which were then disclosed to the defense, and it was found it is not true, my lord.
Kunesicelo ke lokho ababiza ukuthi usection 205 owenziwa ke abameli bakunikwa ke lokho kwatholakala ke nalapho ukuthi ke bangasilona iqiniso.
So in essence, my lord, this was the second alibi found to be false
Engishoyo ke manje
that they requested us to do.
into esayenza.
The Capitec bank statements were handed up in the main trial as exhibit DD Annex 1. They will be shown to you in due course.
Yes, my lord.
To take the long agenda, the hit.
Haya, On the 27th, my lord, there are no transactions. I know because I went through this document, my lord.
Ngiyazi-ke ngoba
Beginning 27th of October 2014, my lord.
ngiyazi ngoba ngike ngayibheka le document ukuthi ke nge-27 ka-October 2014 akukho la isho khona ukuthi ke la awayokhipha imali khona ke la ashilo yena ukuthi wayikhipha khona.
Thank you. If we can then get back to your evidence, you have just referred to the OB entries from Primrose on the 20th. Is there anything of importance that happened on the 21st?
Yes, my lord. So perhaps on the 20th, yes, I can confirm. Maybe let me start on the 20th, my lord, that he was indeed received, as I alluded in my evidence before, as per this OB now from Primrose. The time is 04:30. That's when he was received from Primrose. I mean, at Primrose SAPS from Pukeng, my lord. So that is the first entry at 04:30.
Lana ke ngazo i-20 lezo ke isikhathi ke 04:30 ila amukelwa khona ke ku-police station yase Primrose ebuya ePhukeng.
Then my lord, on the 21st of June 2020 at 22:50, he was then charged, in other words, formally charged in preparation of his first appearance in Pukeng court. So he was charged by Sergeant Mohane, and the time was 22:50 with OB reference number 2029.
Lana ke okwesibili ke ukuthi nge-21 zika June 2020 isikhathi ke u-22:50 ila khona ke manje esecharge khona ke uyena uSergeant Mohane. Incwadi ke number yayo ke i-OB. Okay, sorry. U-2029 is the number ye-OB.
Yes. And he was charged, my lord, in relation to the what do you call it? The Pukeng matter, possession of unlicensed ammunition.
Lana ke amaqala wayewathwesa ngomicala awayelithwesa yilelo lokutholakala ke nezinhlamvu lasePhukeng.
Then my lord, on the 22nd of June 2020 at 7:15 under entry 20665, he was booked out by Sergeant Mohane for court, in other words, to make his first court appearance in Thabang, that is the jurisdiction of Pukeng, my lord.
Base kuthi ke ngazo i-22 ku June 2020 isikhathi ke u-7:15 ila akhishwa khona ke uyena u-Detective Sergeant Mohane ukuthi ke ayobingelela ke imantshi eThabane ke ingaphansi kwayo iPhukeng.
And I can confirm, my lord, that indeed he did appear, because I had an opportunity to see the charge sheet. He did appear and he was remanded into custody for a further date, but he did make his first appearance on the 22nd of June 2020.
Kodwa ngakusho ke ngesiqiniseko ukuthi ngazo i-22 zika June ku-2020 impela ke wayibingelela ke imantshi okokuqala khona eThabane ngoba ke i-charge sheet ngayibheka kusho ukuthi ngakubona lokho.
Just want to show you exhibit RR.
Yes, my lord.
Can you just identify that exhibit?
So, my lord, this is the charge sheet from Thabang, and it's in relation to the Pukeng matter that you refer to for possession of unlicensed ammunition.
Lena ke yona ke charge sheet engikhuluma ngayo kusho ukuthi ilona ke lephepha leli ke umuntu ke alifundelwayo ke enkantolo mayivela ukuthi ke iliphi noma wapi amacala awathwesayo laseThabane.
My lord, it indicates the obvious on top, the case number, Sergeant Mohane as the investigating officer, the date of arrest, which is 19 June 2020, and the first date, in other words, the first appearance was 22 June 2020, with the accused names and surname written, my lord.
Lana ke imininingwane ke echazayo ukuthi ubani ophenye icala uSergeant Mohane, ilanga lakhe ke aboshwa ngalo i-19 zika June 2020, bese ukuthi ke ilanga avela ngalo ke ngokuqala enkantolo noma bingelela imantshi kwange-22 zika June 2020 namagama akhe ke umsolo.
My lord, I can further confirm that other than this, I do know that on the 22nd, I had to wait for Sergeant Mohane and accused, two in particular, because one we needed to do the teeth, the cable, the teeth examination, the dental examination with a doctor that side, as we were suspecting that he may have a gold teeth incision. That was the first part. The second one, it was the day when I obtained, as I said, on the 19th, I spoke to Mr. Mulder, but the final, the actual disposal of the affidavit was concluded on the 22nd of June 2020.
Okunye ngakusho-ke ngaphandleni nje kwalokhu engiqeda ukusho-ke ngikufunde lana mayelana nazo-ke i-22 lezo-ke ukuthi kwakufanele futhi-ke ayohlangana-ke nodokotela azobheka-ke amazinyo-ke ngoba sasicabanga-ke noma-ke sisola-ke ukuthi-ke wayenalo-ke izinyo legolide. Okunye futhi-ke ngazo lezo i-22 lezo kwakufanele ukuthi-ke uMr Mulder nanjengoba sasihlangene-ke ngazo i-19 ukuthi aqedeleleke leya affidavit yakhe owayezokunikeza yona.
Yes.
Yes. And if you look on page 4 of Exhibit RR, what is the entry there?
Page 4. So it's written, my lord, accused number 1, or defense. It says first, my lord, defense for accused number 1, Mr. Meyiwa. And then it goes further to mention that it's digitally recorded.
No, sorry. The entry by the magistrate.
The entry by the magistrate.
Yes, the date to which the matter was postponed to on the 22nd.
Is it now on page number 4?
Yes.
So it says request, Mr. Meyiwa requests postponement to 3 August 2020. In discussion with DPP before apply for bail.
Okubhaliwe-ke lana noma kwabhalwa yiyona-ke imantshi ngalo lelo langa lelo-ke ukuthi-ke nesicelo-ke esenziwa noma umnumzana uMjiyako uyacela-ke ukuthi icala lihlehliswe 3/08/2020 ukuze ukhulumisane-ke nabashushishi noma abengamele ezoshishisa ngaphambilini kokuthi-ke enze isicelo sebail.
I'm sorry, my lord, you just shown the correct entry there by the magistrate.
All right, it says adjourned to 29/06/2020, legal aid in custody, no bail.
Lana-ke okubhalwe umantshi-ke ukuthi icala lihlehliswa-ke lihlehliselwa i-29 June 2020 kwabhalwa-ke legal aid uzogcinwa-ke esitokisini akana bail.
And the date of the appearances, my lord, is the 22nd of June 2020.
Futhi ilanga-ke avela ngalo noma abingelela ngalo imantshi i-22 June 2020
in relation to accused number 2.
sikhuluma ngaye-ke umsolo wesibili.
You mentioned that accused number 2 had to undergo dental examination on the 22nd of June 2020.
Yes, that's what I said, my lord.
Ngishilo-ke ukuthi ngazo i-22 lezo kwakufanele ukuthi ahlanganeke nodokotela wamazinyo.
Have you seen that report?
Yes, I've seen it, my lord. I had sight of it.
Ngubonile-ke noma ngawubona-ke lowo mbiko loyo.
Just want to show you exhibit VV1, which was actually handed up by the defense.
Yes, my lord, it is the document I'm referring to, and the date here is clearly stated that it was the 22nd of June 2020. That was after the court appearance.
Iwona-ke lo mbiko engikhuluma ngawo lona futhi nedate-ke ibhaliwe la i-22 zika June 2020 futhi lokhu kwenzeka-ke emuva kokuthi esevelile enkantolo.
You've mentioned that you've had sight of this exhibit.
Ayekiyeleke ukuthi-ke noma wayohlangana nodokotela wamazinyo-ke kodwa-ke akukho okubhaliwe ngokumayelana nokuthi-ke wayelimele.
Thank you. Then after the 22nd, what happened further?
Yeah, so what I recall, my lord, he was then, I think, transferred for further detention at Pretoria North SAPS. That is now from the court appearance.
Engicabangayo ukuthi okwenzeka-ke manje ukuthi uma seqedile-ke ukubingelela-ke imantshi noma ukuvela-ke enkantolo wase endluliselwa-ke ePretoria North ukuthi ayogcina khona lapho.
Then, my lord, on the 23rd of June 2020, I received a call from the police station when our accused two was detained, where I was informed there's an attorney who wants to consult with him, and they wanted to check if they should allow such a person.
Kwase kuthi ngazo i23 ngathola ke ucingo ke ebuya epolice station leyo ke awaye kuyona umsolo wesibili bengitshela ke ukuthi kwakunommeli owayefisa ukuthi akhulume naye ke babefuna nje ukwenza ke isiqiniseko sokuthi ke bangamvumela yini ukuthi akhulume naye.
I advised them, my lord, to allow this person to consult with accused number 2, and that I will be making my way just to confirm the status of this individual, my lord.
Ngase ngithi kubona ke abamvumeleke loyo muntu loyo ukuthi akhulumeke naye umsolo wesibili mina ke ngizoza ke ngizoqinisekisa nje ukuthi ke ubani loyo muntu loyo.
Just a minute. Do you remember as to from whom this call emanated?
No, I don't remember, but it was members that were in charge of the cells, where the reporting for consultation will normally be arranged. And this request, my lord, was not unusual in light of the fact that we're under COVID lockdown.
Nake umuntu ma eyoconsulta akhulumisana khona nabantu. Futhi lokho kwangasiyona ke into engabamsekileke ngoba ke sasingaphansi kwayo ke i-lockdown ye-COVID manje ke umuntu uma ezobona ke ngase ngivuma ukuthi cha abamdedeleke ukuthi ambone ngoba ke kwakuwummeli.
Yes.
My lord, I arrived there, I think it would have been after an hour or 1.5 hours, because I was a bit far from Pretoria Mode, and I found accused 2 with a gentleman who identified himself as Mr. Mjiako, Dogozo Mjiako, as his attorney.
Ngafika ke lapho ngathi nje emuva nje kwehora noma ihora ke elinesigaba ngoba ngangikudeke ePretoria Mode. Uma ngifika khona lapho ngathola ke yena ke umsolo wesibili ekanye ke nalomlisa owayichaza nanje ngontokozo Mjiako.
Accused 2 confirmed that this was his attorney, my lord.
Waqinisekisa ke umsolo wesibili ukuthi kwakuwummeli wakhe loyo.
Just a minute. Now, what time did you arrive at the police station?
It would have been around midday, early afternoon, my lord.
Ngathi nje laselishayileke ihora leshumi nambili uma sengifika khona lapho kule police station.
And where did you find accused number 2 and Mr. Mjiako?
In the holding cells, my lord.
Ngabathola khona ke ama cells umsolo wesibili kanye naye uMjiako.
Where in the holding cells?
There is a space where normally, my lord, they will take fingerprints or legal practitioners will sit and consult with clients. So, but it's part of the holding cells.
Ikhona indawo lapho na ke bathatha khona ke ama fingerprints noma la abameli bazohlala khona ke bakhulumisana ke nalabo ababamele kodwa ke kuyingxenye yama cells.
Yes. Can you perhaps give more background? What happened? What was the first thing that you discussed with the 2 parties?
So the first thing was obviously to identify myself, my lord, to the council. But as I was coming, accused 2 knew me, so he also stood up and said, "This is my attorney." And then the gentleman also then confirmed that he is in the form of identification, Mr. Mjiako, and he's got instruction to represent accused number 2.
Okwenzeka ke lapho koqala kwakuwukuthi ke mina ke ngizethuleke khona kodwa ngathi nje ngiseza ke wabe esesukuma ke umsolo wesibili washo ukuthi lona ke ummeli wami naye ke eseyichaza ke ukuthi ke uMjiako.
And Mr. Mjiako, did he say that in the presence of accused number 2?
Yes, my lord. These discussions took place, and it was the 3 of us basically.
Ukuthi uMjiako futhi ke uthola ama instructions ukuthi ke ameleke umsolo wesibili futhi lokho kwenzeka ke ekhona umsolo wesibili ngoba ke sasi ndawonye sobathathu.
And what was accused number 2's reaction when Mr. Mjiako said he has instructions to appear for him?
No, he acknowledged. In fact, at that stage, my lord, accused number 2 already indicated to me that this is my attorney. So Mr. Mjiako's assertion or statement of saying I have instruction to represent accused 2 came after accused 2 said this is my attorney.
Umjiyako yena ungathi nje
Ask him as an attorney, my lord.
wayeleki into angitshengisa
Is Mjiyako be called to confirm the contents thereof? My lord, the reason why...
No. I'm just thinking about your submission.
Yes, my lord. The reason being that there are a number of places and evidence that has been tendered before this court where the name of Mr. Mjiyako has been mentioned. And this kind of evidence needs to be confirmed, especially during the trial. Within the trial, I was also informed of the letter that was attached on the charge sheet in Boxburg. Nature of the best evidence for that.
Who doesn't? I'll tell you why. I've got this problem. Other councils can mention if I'm incorrect. It wasn't pertinently denied that Mr. Mjiyako is an attorney.
Yes.
The evidence went surreptitiously and casually in this form. There was a gentleman in a suit
Yes.
who was standing next to the passage.
That's correct.
And the impression created in this court is that number 2 did not have an attorney that day.
That's correct.
That's it. Now I've got a problem. If you say it's not being denied, it was denied then.
Yes.
The circumstantial evidence was a complete denial that number 2 never was represented by an attorney, either inside with Mrs. Konje
Yes.
or that he had given that attorney Mjiyako a
Instructions.
mandate.
Yes.
Now, if you are now saying this court must admit that evidence on the basis that it is not denied, are you with me?
Now, may I just put it so that we are on the same page with the court?
Yeah.
What has been said about Mr. Mjiyako on the 24th in Boxburg Court
Yeah.
has been vehemently denied
That's it.
by the defense.
Yes.
Number 2, the letter was tendered in court in support of the notice of withdrawal as attorney of record in the absence of the attorney confirming that they are there to terminate the mandate. And Mr. Mjiyako at that time was not present in court. Thirdly, my lord, another letter or a proof that he was an attorney, that Mr. Mjiyako is an attorney or an advocate.
Is it disputed that he represented accused number 2
That is in dispute, my lord.
in this thing? Inside room,
Room 2, my lord.
yeah, where
In
Mrs.
Boxburg.
Konje was presiding.
That's correct.
It's disputed.
That is disputed.
Let's hear Mr. Baloyi, Mr. Baloyi.
To start with, my lord, my learned friend, Mr. Mjiyako, withdrew from record. That letter forms part of the proceedings. It forms part of the... So
it, yeah.
it's not a standalone. And secondly, the state is about to introduce, be provisionally admitted on condition that Mr. Mjiyako be called as a witness. My lord, we submit that in light of the fact that these discussions took place in the presence of the accused, that will not be necessary, my lord, to